the Wildcat, but that's not even a trick.
Right, no.
For anything.
No.
There was none of that. You guys just put your heads down, right?
Yeah. I think it was part of something we wanted to establish tonight. And Coach Miles, it starts with Coach Miles and the way that he plays football and the way that he coaches football is just hard-nosed, physical football. And then it also allows that defense to go out there and win the game for you, and that's what they did. I mean, when you put your hands in the ground and you need that turnover that gets us that last touchdown, you need that time where the big play's made and you need it, you go out there and get it. We would have liked to have gotten the first down right there at the end, but put it on the special teams back, and Brad Wing kicks out the end zone and go on and win the game. So it took all three phases, and you saw it throughout the entire night, and that's what we did. And I mean, I'm really emotional about this right now. It's because of how hard everybody worked this entire week, and I think to go out there and get a W like this is something that we have to continue this. We have to build upon this and really try to ride this wave. And I think we can have a successful season, and that's what we want to try to do.
Not to demean what you did, but y'all got a lot of help. You and on the right side, I mean, you got a lot of help from the tight end. A lot of chipping.
We have inexperience. I mean, bottom line is, I'm only 5 games at tackle, or 4, whatever it is, and Badal is in the same boat as me. So when you have that inexperience, you still look for help, and it's something that we do. The coaching staff does a great job of recognizing that. I mean, it wouldn't be smart to just say, all right, we're going to leave you right there on the island and say, all right, best of luck. When you have that and you build that confidence and it's coming, we'll be able to spread some things out and do some more things, but we're just building up to that point. And I think we still have a long ways to go, and certainly we're going to need to do that eventually some point in the season, so where the confidence is growing in me and Badal.
All freshmen right side, right?
Yeah, that's Bull and Dozer. Trey's Bull and Dozer's Badal, man. Those two are some road graders, and that's what we called upon them to do. You see those last few drives, and we're just running power right behind those two guys, and it's incredible the way they got the movement, and he was able to bust through, and it was great for our offense. It really spiked the emotions, and the defense was able to feed off of that.
The people who were...
Where did Jeremy Hill come from today?
Well, he's been there the entire time. I think that shows the depth that we have at running back. I've talked about it a lot. The guys that you can just plug in and then you feed off of that energy. And Hill knew he wanted to have a big night, and whenever his number was called and he got the ball in his hand, you see a guy that's shaking and shifting, and he can run people over, and he looks like a lot of these other backs that we have. And so you have that combination, and a guy that can step in, and especially with losing blue, a guy that can step in like that, I think is going to be somebody we rely on a lot.
Is there anything technical? Is it the heart maybe push the line forward? But is there anything technical y'all cleaned up over the week that maybe made,
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to always continue to work on technique. It's something that I was talking about, the confidence that we're growing here at tackle. I think me and Badal working extra, doing some things, and in the pass protection especially, because those are two of the best defensive ends in the SEC, and you see it on film. So we watched a lot of film. We usually go see a movie, and we didn't go see a movie last night. A couple of offensive linemen, we stayed in and watched some extra film, and I think that kind of dedication, you see that everybody feeds off of that, and the technique part is something that we're growing on, but the bottom line is, like I said, it was the heart, and that's what won it for us.
Did you sense the doubt from outside the program about the offensive line, given all the news this week?
Well, definitely. You can't, like I said, you can't avoid it. I don't read a whole lot of press, and I definitely don't read any of the message boards, but it gets back to you. There's people that send you a text message, hey, don't listen to this or that. So obviously something's going on out there, right? But the bottom line is that we know what kind of group of men we have in our offensive line room, and we know what kind of team we have. And there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that when it's successful, the applause and everybody comes and everybody wants to praise. But when the lows come, you have to be able to deal with both of those. And I think keeping that on the outside, the perimeter of the team, is something that we have to continue to do to keep our focus, because that's what's going to keep us where we need to be, is staying on the same path and continue to move forward.
Josh, I'm not asking you to get into details, but obviously, how tough was this week for you preparing to play a really good team and having to deal? Obviously, Alex is a guy you've known a long time, going through some things. How do you kind of balance that?
Well, it was emotional. I talked about that. That added to the emotions. Seeing a guy going through some things that you want to be there for him, you want to play for him. So that was something we did as an offensive line. But the preparation started on Monday, getting great looks. I was blocking against Macklin the entire time, and to be honest with you, he was shaking and shifting the guy I saw tonight. He went out there and gave me a great look every single day and pushed me to get harder. Because there's times late in practice where it's easy just to put your head down and tell a guy, hey, don't go so hard. I got this. I know what I'm doing, but I really don't. And the bottom line is I have to continue to get better. He gave me that look, and I was able to go out there tonight and use some of the things that I saw and he saw on film and he replicated throughout the week. And then Sam Montgomery stepping up for me in practice as well. You know, Sam played a great game tonight and he practiced like that. And when I was going against him, he was giving me those great looks. So when you prepare for that, you go against a great defensive end like I did tonight, it makes those things a little bit easier. And I was able to play a much more confident game. And I think that's what, you know, allowed me to play confident.
How much